Alright, hope everybody's doing well. I haven't had a chance to check the mail yet because it is not even 8 o'clock this morning. And I just was going through a few things here, and everybody's doing a top 10, top 100, top 20, all that kind of mumbo jumbo. It does nothing for anybody. It just only there to get clicks and views. Here's my top 3. There's that one there. There's a 3 that I painted years ago. It's my top 3. So that's all. That's it. That's my number 3. And you don't get to see any more than that. I mean, I guess here's my top 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, I guess. I don't know. Some stickers there. There's that one. So anyway, also other people going on about, are your autographs fake? Why do you have cards that are autographed? Doesn't make sense. All this kind of mumbo jumbo again. I don't really care. I just said, yeah, out one ear and in one ear and out the other. It shouldn't affect me because I've collected otherwise, and I've done my homework. I've matched up autographs, and I don't buy anybody ridiculously famous, so I'm not, getting cheated on, some sort of Mickey Mantle autograph. I would never want Mickey Mantle autograph regardless of how many experts say it's real. I wasn't there to witness Mickey Mantle actually autographing it, or his stunt double autographing his, because he didn't want to injure his wrist for the next game or something. I have no idea. So that is all of that. As far as, plans for 2024, those always go out the window. People always make all these great promises of what they're going to get and what they're going to do, and phooey on that. I had a whole bunch of windows open, tabs open here to share with you, and then my computer decided to, while I was doing something, it just slowly faded and closed my windows, and I couldn't restore my tabs because I had 2 instances of Windows open, and it restored the tabs, I guess, for the first one, which was only some music that was playing in the background. So never fun there when that happens. But I just want to get out of this particular video here. I'll just pause this here. What I was looking up here, go to Google here, and I was looking at footy cards. Now, 99% of you is like, what's a footy card? Is that short for football? Footy is essentially the Australian Football League. So I typed in footy cards, and I wanted to see what these Australian sellers outside of eBay or other vendors were selling them for, what they're actually costing here. Here's J.A. or Jaja's Collectibles. I'm not sure if that's how that's pronounced there. And then let's find the other one I clicked on here. Usually it'd be in purple. Football Cards Direct. Let's see what else we have here. So if you don't know anything about the Australian football rules cards here, you're not all by yourself. A lot of people don't know. Some people will give you an idea of what it is. And I've seen it played in the United States a little bit. Not in person, on TV though. Whatever it would be like, some sort of college groups playing or whatever. Maybe I've seen a little bit of the Aussie ones there, but I've been looking at footycards.com.au, and then I was looking up 1982. Now, why are you looking up 1982? Because many years ago, before the internet shipping went crazy and before anybody was even thinking about buying a single card overseas, I started doing that. Now, I don't necessarily have all the proof for it, but you can look at my earlier videos, and you will see in some of the videos I am purchasing cards that no one has ever heard of. People are congratulating me in last video for the 1975 Topps Scotland cards. They had never seen those before. Those cards have been around since 1975 and 1976. So if you're just now seeing those, that's crazy. I've seen those for years. Because I did research and homework back in the day and found books that actually physically showed those sort of things. I'm going to go to page 6 here. Just a random page here. We'll try to give you a picture of one of these cards here. This is the VFL-AFL Scanlens set here. I have one of those cards, not that exact player here, Dale Weightman. Or Wheatman. I don't know if it's Wheatman or Weightman. I do not have that one there. I do have a red border, but this particular year there was a green border set, a blue border set, and a gold or yellow border set. and I was researching those. It looks like the green, the red is the common, the green is another league or something. I'm not sure exactly what all that entails. I might be able to find that through here. I'm not sure. So this website unfortunately has a couple pictures that ended up being wrong here. So you have to bear with me here. I was going to show you eBay as well. And I should have typed in. Now what's interesting about the Australian cards is that they are not going to be in the sports card category. They're going to be in the sporting goods category. So you're going to have to just basically work yourself from back down under and figure. You're just going to have to work backwards. You know, it's like how some toilets turn the other way around. You're just going to have to just do your own homework and figure things out for yourself. No one's going to teach you any of this. There used to be a couple good websites, which I can't find right at the moment, that documented a lot of these cards here. But I did not know about the gold border and the blue border cards. The blue seems to be maybe the hardest at the moment. It's a toss-up between the gold and the... so what we want to do here... I'm trying to find something else from 1982. This seller had an awful lot of them. But you can see... Whoops. I can go back here a couple pages here. I wanted to show you the prices up per card here. So these are in Australian dollars, I'm sure of it, but $4.95 for one card. And then $7.50 for one card. And then when you do the Aussie shipping there through eBay or whatever, then that gets up to be like $20 per card or something like that. Now there might be some sort of discounted rate, but this might have tracking, I don't know that. But you know, once you start buying multiple cards, and then eBay likes to tack on double and triple the shippings, and you're like $200 for 3 cards. And you're like, and then a lot of the people that are selling these cards are not really concerned about condition. Condition is one of the last things that they talk about in the listings. So if you're looking for 4 sharp corners, you might as well just go home, you know, and, you know, not even show up to the baseball game. You know, it'd be like Charlie Brown in the rain and all his friends, he shows up, but all the friends just don't show up because of the rain. That's how it should be. Let's just open up eBay here. And we want to go to eBay. Oh, if I can, I don't think I have a bookmark, but we shall not worry about that. I'm going to do a separate... But I want to do what I want to do in my video and show something that no one else is talking about. See, now here's my recently viewed items here. I'm looking up some Australian sport magazines and other things, cards and Legos and stuff like that. Or some of them are the suggested items here. Now here's one of the yellow/gold border cards here. Okay, AU, that means gold, right? $18 and approximately $12.28 United States, and then $2.73 for shipping. So that seems like a lot, but there's only 3 or 4 of these cards total on eBay. I cannot find anything. I even looked through some of the other sites here. I need to go back to the Australia eBay and see if I can find any more of those. But the listings here were the exact same ones that were on eBay UK. So even the UK had the same amount of listings here. Ray Bomber, I don't know. And it's got some sort of stuff right here on the edge there. I don't know what that is, some sort of... But again, they're footy cards, and essentially what people did with them is they took the card and, you know, those like little mini footballs, I think they did that with the cards. See, and again, a lot of people did stuff with them. Now again, this person here, New Shintaro 1, I think it is. I may have bought from them before, way back in the old days. They've done something like 59,000 items. But you see, they don't show you the back of the card. There's no back of the card shown for you. But you can see there's some sort of kind of discoloration right there. But just to have an example to say you have one, it might be worth it for me to pay almost $15, about $15 for that one. I'm going to go back here and look at some of the other things here. I want to see if we can find some of the other cards here. Looking up some tobacco cards, you get all kinds of weird listings here. The other one I'm missing here is 1984 VFL. I think that sounds for Victoria Football League. Don't quote me on that, because I mentioned something one time and I said tomato, and they said you are all wrong, it's tomato. So if you don't know how to pronounce some of these English and Australian names here, sometimes you get roasted in the comments. You know, hey, you should not be saying this. It's like, that's a slap in the face to our country, you American. And that's sometimes, no, that's just a generalization, but that just happens in every country. We do that ourselves to other people that mispronounce stuff all the time. And it's a US-Canada thing. It's like, blame Canada. We do all that stuff too. So now we want to go, see that, so this, I do not have a 1984. For whatever reason, the sellers that I used to buy from, which I'm not finding anymore, and the prices are not consistent, but this one here is only $239 plus $218 for shipping, so that's worth it, but I'm not finding a lot of cards from this particular seller here. And you always have to double check. He has only 556 results here. We go to collectibles, no. Show more, and as I said, sporting goods. The cards will be more likely in sporting goods here. And what's crazy is that some of these cards, for the newer ones, people are asking, here's a 2012 card here. Select Attorney Hall of Fame. And this might be a rare card without knowing how the rarity works on these. This is $10.50 for a card from 2012, just for one card. This one seems to be a good idea to get these. 1982 VFL Scanlon's cards, Hawthorne, times 10. So there's 10 Hawthorne cards. I'm going to click on it. I don't know if I have Colin Robertson in another set here for one of my... But see, there's 10 cards there, and they're only $218 for shipping. That's one of the best deals I've seen around. I guess maybe Hawthorne was just a team that really just sucked. I don't know. There's one with a big honking crease in it. But again, if you're just a collector of examples, I'm not sure what design that they borrowed. Or you know, they were using. Maybe that was their own design this year. But it kind of has like a football or a hockey kind of look to it. I'm not sure what. A lot of these are Topps designs, very similar. If I want to go back here, I'm going to go back to here. If I can show you, if I can have it here. See, here's one that looks fairly familiar. I forget. Again, there was a football maybe issue that was like that, was simpler one year. And then, if I can find another one here. See here, this looks like the 73, as it was the 73 or 74 Topps football here. Very, very similar to that one there. Very similar. So that's why I started collecting these, because they're kind of sort of a parallel. Scanlon's is one of those companies you will find dozens upon dozens of non-sport cards of all kinds. You'll find Scanlon's Batman, you'll find Scanlon's ABBA cards, you'll find Scanlon's everything. Some of those are standalone issues, and some of them are the exact same cards, but they have the Scanlon's logo on it. So it would be like OPC versus Topps. It's exactly how that is. And again, here's some more 1981 cards here. I already have a card from 1981. I don't need more. You know, I just only would like to have one example. Some of them, they were so cheap. See, now look at, this is how they used to be. $1.36, $2.18 shipping from Australia, so that might have been on eBay for an awfully long time. Don't know who Ross Brewer is, but I don't know. That was maybe one that I just, kind of looks like Mike from American Pickers a little bit. Not really, but he looks like some happy young sport player there. But then see, this is JY or JYE buy. So if somebody wanted that one, Ross Brewer, half forward flanker from the Demons, then the Scanlon logo is always creepy because there's a boy right there and a girl behind him, and they shared the same eye in the middle, which was very strange there. See, look at that. There's a Scanlon's logo there, and that's very creepy. So she's like peeking through his eyeball or whatever. Very odd there. I don't know that Scanlon still exists in the form that they did before, but they changed up their format sometime after 1984, so the cards look way different. They don't look like, you know, Topps parallels type of thing. But again, it's really cool to find those. So if I do 1982 Scanlons, and I'll show you the listings here. And 99% of the listings are out of Australia. 99%. Here are the green bordered ones I was talking about here. And these are around $6.82 plus $2+ for shipping. So they look like the red ones I showed earlier. And this is what the back looks like. This is the NFW RFL. and somebody has done some writing on these. So again, if you're interested in condition for a card from 1982, these are impossible to find they're not impossible, but they're not easy to find. And I don't know who are the stars and who are the great people are. You just start off with one card, research that person, and then maybe that would be a person that you could do a player run on, you know, for $50 instead of $5,000. I'm going to go back to here, and I can see if I can show you the blue ones here. There's the red ones again. Now you have a bunch of Scanlon's Cricket stickers that get mixed in there, so you can always subtract the stickers from your searches here. But there were a string of blue ones here, and let's see if I can find. But you know, I also need to check the other category, the regular sports category, because more might show up in there. There's the gold one I showed you earlier, 1228. And I may grab that one because again, who knows if they're rare or not, they're just not being uploaded. But again, the green and the red ones kind of remind me of Happy Days. There's another couple yellow ones, and those are the only yellow/gold ones on all of eBay. Again, I wanted to show you the blue ones. There's ridiculous. Now look at this. So through eBay US, all these listings here, you was like, well, it's not a big deal. Well, there's 4 pages of listings for these things. That's why you should be looking for these things. That's why, you know, you've got to think outside the box, do your own homework, not get fooled by all these people with big flashy videos trying to tell you what the hottest cards are. If you need somebody else to tell you what to collect, then you're in the wrong business. You know, I tell myself what to collect. No one told me I should be collecting Australian rules football cards. No one. I told myself that I should be doing that. I told myself I should be TTMing cards. I told myself I should be collecting Gary Lucas cards. No one inspired me to buy these cards. You know, 4-Leaf did not make me do this. You know, no way. These are $3.40 plus $3.07 for shipping, so just under $7, about $6.50 for those. So not a problem. But again, I'm not going to combine shipping. I just want to buy one card because these countries have all kinds of crazy, you know, like VATs and other kinds of things that you wouldn't even know what these countries are doing. Let's just see if I can find. But yeah, a lot of these guys have very 1980s haircuts. You know, it's like they, you know, beach bum haircuts. It just would be, all these people could have been featured on Chips as a background character, as a surfer dude on Baywatch or something. But shoot, all these red ones here are taking up all the, so they should be on page 3 or 4 here. And there were some autographed ones. Again, people were not getting these Scanlon's cards autographed back in the day, as people probably would have thought, but there are some autographed cards that would prove otherwise. Maybe they were TTM, I don't know. But, let's see. Let's see if I can get to the blue ones here. There should be somewhere. If I don't show you the blue ones, it's not the end of the world. But this is just only 1 year. In fact, I have one Scanlon's cricket card coming to me, because they're not as super. Some of the cricket ones were cheaper. And then, I see we got more of the green ones again. I should have removed sticker in the listing here, because it's very possible I won't find the blue ones. I thought I saw one there, but I just want to prove to you that there's another color there. And then I found, you know, something called, oh, I won't go into that. That's another video there. But I found some other Scanlon's cards for some music stars, and I was like, whoa, those are cool. Prices have come down on some of those, so maybe I can afford maybe 1 or 2 of them, but those are also very hard to find. So it looks like we're not finding the blue bordered cards. Here we go. There we go. I knew it. Then now see, these are $23.88 for these. $23 for the blue bordered. Also, see, this is 76 cards in the set, so there's no way I'm going to be doing $25 a card and trying to get 76, and that would be before I get any of the stars, because Ken Judge, I don't know if he's a big star there. He does not, that name does not ring a bell there. I just need to do my homework and figure out. But on my old hard drive, I had bookmarks to a lot of this stuff here, and I cannot access my old hard drive very easily. I tried plugging it into something and something didn't work, I don't know. So I may have lost an entire hard drive's worth of old data, I don't know. But that's just one example here. Here's another one here. I think I have one of these in my collection here. This one's kind of fun because this guy's sitting by the lockers. You know, right there. He's sitting by the lockers doing absolutely nothing. And then there's a guy on crutches in the background. There's half a guy on crutches. So maybe he's taken in for that guy, or that guy is, I don't know, that guy is injured. I didn't realize rugby was a contact sport. Ha ha ha. It's crazy how we talk about football and all these football guys are injured with all the pads, and then you see these guys out on the rugby pitch or whatever you want to call it, and they're wearing no pads, no nothing. They seem to be just, you know, but then you look at some of the cards from the back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and some of these guys look like they just look like, you know, they're a 90-pound weakling. No absolutely earthly clue. Now this guy, probably a little more, could beat you up. Even though he looks a little goofy, he could probably beat the heck out of all three of us watching at the exact same time. So again, for the Magpies, you know, I don't know why they're not called the Ravens or some other kind of no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so back to this here, back to this, there we go. And like I said, do your own homework, do your own research, create your own content, don't follow anybody else, do what you feel like, enjoy the hobby, all that fun stuff. Happy New Year, thank you for watching. And one final note here, I wanted to do a test here. I typed in footy cards, F-O-O-T-Y, footy cards. eBay shows me 2,800,000 results for football cards. It doesn't matter what you type in, eBay's going to change it to something else. Thank you for watching.